into turn number 1, and Feeney's bolted down the road and off, and a big kerfuffle down here at 1. Cars everywhere. We've got LeBrock, we've got Aaron Cameron, we've got Cam Hill round the outside. We've also got Jackson Evans, of all people, more damage on that car. This will trigger the safety car.
Well, that was all unravelling because we had a shot from the front where cars were disappearing off the road, and then in behind all that, some pretty heavy contact, and that right rear of Jackson Evans' car is heavily damaged there, and he just tries to extricate himself out of the sand trap.
And Evans battling to get it out there with huge right-hand rear suspension damage. Has to creep that car back very slowly.
Crawl it back over if you can.
Jeez, he's had some bad luck. It's unbelievable.
Extraordinary. And you know, the thing was that it was a point when we got to
Tasmania, so you got right rear damage, but you're able to drive it.
And New Zealand, where he was beginning to turn things around and celebrating the fact that he'd started to master the art of driving a supercar. He's a Porsche expert here and around the world. Here's the replay. How's the start from Feeney? Woody got bogged down. Will gets in. Stanaway was hustling down the inside, actually ended up with tyres on the grass down there, and there was nose-to-tail contact.
With Cooper Murray and Aaron Cameron. That's how it started on the inside.
Yeah. So Aaron Cameron got tagged in all that process. The drone might tell us a little bit more of the story. That was awkward. Right, so whichever car that was leaping over the top of Randall.
Randall,
right rear corner of his thing's probably got a question mark on it, and then it's a bomb drop down here, cars going everywhere, and it was Murray's car. Green flag, lights are up on those panels to the side of the racetrack, and away we go. The thunder of supercars at Queensland Raceway on the restart into turn 1. Feeney, Brown, Woods, Stanaway, Waters, Reynolds, 1 through 6.
Race control attention all teams. Stewards have imposed a 5-second time penalty to car 88 for a false start.
No, it was. Okay. So a little problem here for Brock, the first one in a while.
So we need to try and push on.
So this is going to be a challenge. Let's have a listen. He just copped out.
They've given us a 5-second penalty for jump start, for a jump start. I did not jump the start.
The problem you've got is that it's a judge of fact, and there's no debating it.
No recourse, is there? No.
So that'll be something that he has to argue later.
Well, I've seen a lot of calls in the years over a start call like this one, and this is as close as I've ever seen it. Come on a little journey and have a look. Here's the light. When the light goes out, yes, he's behind the white line, but the car cannot be moving a millimetre. Watch the light and watch his tyre at the same time. Let's go. We've slowed this right up. Watch it. There it's rolling, and the light went out. He maybe moved that much, but I've got to say, well done to the stewards there. I'll show you again. Put that light on, Mel. Watch the light. Watch his wheel. Just rolling, bang. There you go. They're right.
Wow, gee whiz, that's, we're talking about the tiniest of margins. Well done, Mark Larkham and the team. That's a frame-by-frame story, that one. So we're talking eye-blink stuff there. And that'll be why Brock's so convinced that he hasn't done anything wrong. And he's out there pushing at the moment. So he's just done a fastest first sector on this lap to try and further improve on the 9.7 that he did on the previous lap. Now Feeney's in, leaving Will Brown in the lead of the race. And remember, the requirement here for Feeney is to make a big gain. Bucko.
Neil, I want to point out, look at the method these guys. They put their front tyre on top of a spare tyre here they're allowed to do. Watch the fluidity of Gooey here. All right, watch this. He's going to grab this tyre on the way past. Bang, grabs the tyre nice and smooth. They need a sub-7 seconds tyre stop here. Now the extra 5. Oh, this hurts. Wow, I feel the pain.
Yeah, nothing worse than sitting there serving a penalty. Now, car, he will have the eyes on. He will thrash this thing for the last 15 laps of the race. Blue flag indicates there's some traffic coming behind. Big shout out to the marshals that enable these race meetings that are working all around the precinct, and the volunteer administrative officials from Motorsport Australia and local car clubs. We can't do this without their support, so thank you. Was down there watching them do their thing yesterday at turn 3, and fantastic support. And we certainly dip our hat to all those that put so much energy and effort into helping.
Here, that's 100%. Now, here's a replay. We've got a replay of Waters and this stop, because on our numbers, it's definitely 2.8. So Brown's coming in from the lead of the race. So we'll watch that, and then we'll have a look afterwards. Now, the other one that was 2.8 was Price Forward for Brad Jones Racing. Oh, he had a little balk there on the right rear.
Clear. Was that delayed? So there was a... Yeah, it looked like there was...
Right rear, I reckon.
Yeah, something in the rear. So I'm hearing from the production trailer that it might have been... Garth can probably add. Go, mate.
Yeah, it was the left rear, guys. So they start at the front and run to the rear on the left side of the car at 888, and it was the left rear late getting to the car.
Meantime, Wood is putting big pressure here on Di Pasquale. This is for a podium. Both of them have found form as the season's progressed. Cup Cadet on the Team 18 car, and look at Woody's car just drifting sideways coming out of turn 2. He's having a long, hard think about it. Now, there's a big offset in the tyres between them. So remember, Anton came in lap 13, and he's about to be done. And you've got Wood, who came in on lap 22. So they both changed 4 tyres. One of them did it a lot earlier than the other.
Nicely done, mate. P3, 10 to go.
So that gets him onto the podium with that move. And Richard Harris there just confirming. Nicely done.
This will be the first podium for Ryan since WA if he can put this together. We've got 0.6 of a second now between Brown and Feeney. 1 lap to go. And they've just...
Moving leader has commenced the last lap.
Obliterated the pack. 888 came here with 14 race victories against their name, and then one earlier today, 15. They're on target now to make it 16. Garth and I spoke about it on the host desk earlier in the weekend. The home track advantage is whatever the knowledge is of the package that they put together as an overall concept across various iterations of race car types, and it's worked for them. And they've done it again here for the second of them today. Remembering that tomorrow we've got our final 200-kilometre race of the weekend at Queensland Raceway, where we've got 2 compulsory stops, and we introduce fuel into the process as well. That weather has dodged us, believe it or not, but this is a fine moment here for Will Brown. Claws back some very important points, and he's held that margin, and there'll be a lot of relief inside that cockpit as he sizes up now to the checkered flag. And for the first time since the Grand Prix in Melbourne, Will Brown is victorious again in the Supercars Championship and banks 80 points plus another 5 for the fastest lap.
Yeah, that was good.
Here's the confirmation of the provisional results for you. Brown from Feeney. Third driver on the podium will be Ryan Wood from Anton Di Pasquale, from Waters, from Payne, from Mostert, Stanaway, who drifted a little there at the back end of it, followed then by Reynolds and Davison. Pricey Forward, as I mentioned a moment ago, coming home in 11th after hanging on by the fingernails to get through that one. And unfortunately, it was a troubled start for a bunch of people who ended up off the road down there at turn 1. Unfortunately, a bunch of car damage, and various people were down several laps and a couple